Every January, we sell ourselves the same lie. This year is going to be my year. We buy the new journal, we make the vision board, we start the ultimate glow up plans. You get excited for a week, maybe two. Last year, I really locked in for the first 4 months, and then life just started lifing. It's almost like suddenly the old habits just start creeping in, the same distractions, the same excuses, and by the time summertime hits, the new year, new me energy is gone. Or maybe 2025 was the year that you really locked in and finally just did the thing, but you still only showed up at about 60% for the woman that you keep saying you want to become. So in today's video, I'm giving you a real rebrand plan for 2026, habits, mindset, and a project that you can actually finish. Just give me 90 days and one goal, and we will change our entire lives in just a year together. So hey, hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cherrelle, and on this channel, we're all about closing the gap between who you are and who you are becoming through identity-based personal development. To rebrand your life really means just choosing to refresh your identity, your mindset, your habits, and your goals to align with the person that you want to be based on what matters to you and not so much about what other people expect from you. All of this starts with self-discovery. So getting really clear on your values, what you care about, what you're good at, and what kind of life really feels right for you. It includes letting go of what keeps you stuck. This can be old beliefs, habits, relationships, or roles that just don't fit you anymore. It also involves changing the way that you think, the habits that you keep, and the goals that you go after. So when you decide to rebrand your life and you stick to a plan that makes real changes, the way that you think and the way that you live start to match this person that you're becoming. So in simple terms, it's deciding who you want to be and making the inner and outer changes to make your everyday life. To level up really means to move forward in skill, knowledge, or your life situation. It means that you're getting stronger, smarter, more prepared, or just overall in more control than where you were before. And this idea of leveling up can really apply to any part of your life. So your job, your body, your mindset, your habits, or the way that you present yourself. So in video games, the first level always teaches you the basics of the game, the rules, your first objectives, and the enemies that you need to watch out for. As you keep playing, the game becomes more challenging. You lose sometimes, you win sometimes, but every time you retry a level that you didn't beat, you learn something new, you adjust your strategy, and you improve. As you keep playing, you build more skills and you gain more points. And then when you complete enough missions and you reach a certain number of points, the game then rewards you by moving you to the next level. So leveling up in your real life follows a similar pattern. You try something new, you keep working at something, and over time you may struggle through it, but as you keep going, you will become better mentally, physically, and emotionally. So this can look like learning a new skill, cooking, writing, or coding. It could be a mental level up. You start to think more clear, you can focus longer, and you overall just understand yourself on a deeper level. So rebranding is the choice to become a different kind of person on purpose, meaning more clear about what matters, more clear about where your life is going. Leveling up is the progress to back that choice up. So becoming better over time until that change is not just an idea, but it's truly a pattern that you live by. And this is why both matter, because one is about who you are choosing to be, the other is about building the reps to become her. Again, choosing better, protecting your focus, reinforcing your habits, and really letting go of the things that keep resetting you. So now that the difference is clear, here's how you're going to lock into your 2026 rebrand and level up in a way that you can actually maintain. So as you know by now, life doesn't change just because you want it to. It really changes when you know who you are becoming and you start making the choices to match her. Without a clear vision of who you are becoming, it becomes easier to just bounce between like random goals or just copy what other people are doing. So I don't want you to say like, I want to become rich, successful, or healed. Those words are too vague. What I want you to do is use real language that you can recognize in your behavior. So more disciplined, more consistent, more financially stable, emotionally calm, confident, healthy, focused, dependable, or more skilled. So choose 2 or 3 words that you can measure by how you act. Those words are going to be your target for 2026, and they will make the next steps of this plan much easier to follow. Comment 1 word that describes the woman that you're becoming. Let's fill the comments with intentional words first to really take ownership of who we are becoming in this next year. So next, I want you to describe what this person does in the kind of week that you actually live. So for example, on a random Tuesday, what does she do after work? What does she do when she doesn't feel like doing something that's important? That's where your identity becomes real. A disciplined person is still going to follow their routine, even if it's for a shorter period of time. A healthier person is still going to get their steps in. They're still going to make better choices, even when they feel busy or overwhelmed. And a focused person is still going to put their phone down long enough to finish whatever it is that they're working on. If you cannot describe what this person would do in your current reality, then you don't have a clear picture of her yet. You still just have an idea of this person that you want to be. Understanding her more will help you understand how you need to show up today. Once you can picture what she would do in a regular week, the next step is making sure that your goals actually produce that version of you. So a goal is only good if it trains you into the person that you choose. If the goal doesn't build the habits, the skills, or the lifestyle, then it just leads to additional empty actions that don't move you forward, almost like a hamster running on a wheel. So for example, saying I want to be more confident is not a goal because you cannot measure confidence. What you can measure is what you practice. So speaking more clearly, taking care of your body and the way that you present yourself, putting yourself in situations where you have to show up and be seen. Those are measurable goals that can help you become more confident. Once you have your goals in place, you make them real by choosing your daily non-negotiables. So these are small actions that you can do every day that keep you aligned even when you feel busy, tired, or unmotivated. These could be daily 30 minutes of working out or walking to reach your wellness goals, completing 3 applications every day to move your career forward, or simply having a consistent bedtime routine in place to make sure that you're getting enough rest. The point is to keep them simple enough to follow through on a daily basis, but still meaningful enough to move your life in the right direction. So when you know who you're becoming and you're committed to it with a few actions that match her, everything that you envision about this person that you're becoming can finally take its place. So a passion project is something that you choose to build because it matters to you. Nobody assigns it, nobody is grading it. You do it because it feels personal and because it pulls you towards the life that you actually want for yourself. Your passion project can be big or small, it can be creative or practical. The point is that it's yours and that it has a meaning. So writing a book, starting a podcast, building a small business, getting in shape, creating content, or learning a new skill, these can all be passion projects if they come from your own desire to grow. Becoming your own passion project takes the goal to rebrand and level up, and it turns the focus inward. So instead of only building your life up from the outside, you are now focused on doing what it takes to build you. So the project is the person that you are becoming, and the results are the changes that you will see in your real life today. So you can start by asking yourself, what is the biggest gap between where my life is now and where I want it to be? This gap is where your passion project will live, because when you improve that one area that's causing the most friction, everything else around it will become easier. So for example, if you notice that your gap is related to the way that you spend money, you are going to create a passion project to help you overcome whatever money challenges are in the way of becoming the woman that you desire to be. And as you do the work to overcome this challenge related to money, you may start to notice a shift in your overall life. Less financial stress means better focus. Better focus means better decisions. And better decisions mean fewer emotional purchases, meaning more money to invest into the woman that you're becoming. So you see how all of this is connected? The key is to create a project that has an outcome that you can measure and keep track of. So similar to the goals that we set for ourselves, it needs to be something that you can point to each week. Outcomes can look like workouts completed, dollars saved, videos posted, or just simply the lessons that you have learned throughout the week. The point isn't to just create a project that you can easily breeze through. Your project is supposed to change you, meaning that you're not going to show up perfect every day. You may struggle through it most days, and this is why knowing what outcome you're striving for really matters. When you can track your progress, you are building faith in yourself and faith in your ability to achieve whatever it is that you're aiming for. And when that faith grows, consistency becomes easier. So when I say passion project, I don't just mean a hobby. I really mean one focus upgrade that you can work on for a set amount of time, because it closes the gap in your life. It's a project because you can measure it, you track it, and you finish it. So if your project is based on building your confidence, your daily action may be practicing speaking on camera every day for 30 days so that you can get into the habit of being more consistent and more confident. At the end of each week, the goal is not just to judge yourself. You need to really review the system that you have in place. Look at what you did, what got in your way, and maybe what you need to adjust in the next week. That weekly check-in is also what's going to help you keep the project moving forward even when you don't feel motivated. So if you're serious about rebranding and leveling up in 2026, you can also use this concept of creating a passion project to build your personal brand. In the Become the Brand strategy guide, you'll learn how to shape your story, choose what you want to be known for, and show up with direction instead of just guessing your way through it. We'll talk a little bit more about what this looks like later in the video, but if you're ready to build a brand that matches the woman that you're becoming, the link to this guide is down below. So your passion project isn't just something that you do, it is the space where you're going to prove your rebrand. And if you're trying to build something new while still keeping up with the same people and the same distractions, you are going to keep being pulled back to your old ways. To really give your project a real window, you need to remove the distractions that steal your focus. So putting your phone on do not disturb, logging out of apps that keep you scrolling. This is not about going ghost, it's really about giving your project a fair chance to get finished. Also, feed your mind what matches your life that you're building. So pay attention to what you watch, what you listen to, and how you scroll. If something leaves you feeling like it adds no value to your life or your project, then it's not helping you stay locked in. You can also clean up your feed, mute the pages and people who gossip, create drama, or just overall add distraction that is disguised as entertainment to your feed. Or you can be like me and just simply remove yourself from all social media platforms unless it's related to business or your passion project. You should also tighten up access with people while you are building. You don't have to cut everyone off, but everyone should not have the same access to you. So this can look like spending less time with people who pull you into chaos, distract you, or make your goals feel like a joke, and spend more time with people who are building too, even if it starts as an online community. When your mind is clear and your environment supports you, you stop fighting distractions all day, you finish more, you stay consistent longer, and that's what makes rebranding real, because the woman that you're becoming shows up in what you do every day, especially while you are building your project. Your body is the base that holds everything that you're trying to build. When you are running low on sleep, low water, and random meals, your rebrand starts to feel hard for no reason. Your focus drops, and you eventually end up making choices that don't match the woman that you say you're becoming. That is why leveling up has to be physical too. You cannot rebrand into a focused, disciplined, calm woman while your body is constantly in survival mode. If fast food is your default, it keeps you in a loop, low energy, cravings, and spending money without thinking about it. Choosing fast food over a home-cooked meal also trains you to reach for what's quick. So the goal is to have few go-to options that support you. This can be meals with protein, something simple, and then build a basic body standard that supports your goals every day. So drinking more water throughout the day, moving your body to keep your blood moving, walking counts, stretching counts, a quick home workout counts. When it's time to wind down, put your phone down. Put it on do not disturb. Stop feeding your brain things that keep you up at night. And this is not just about looking better. This is also about having the energy, the mood, and the mental clarity to show up for the work that your rebrand requires. Now, this is the fun part for me, because up until now, I have stayed away from topics on appearance on purpose. I still believe that rebranding and leveling up are much more than how you look. And I'm going to keep saying that here on this channel. But at the same time, I'm giving myself permission to have fun with the full idea of rebranding and reinventing yourself to become the woman that you desire to be. So here is my best advice. However you choose to show up, keep it authentic to who you are. As we continue to live and as we continue to grow, we are going to continue to evolve. So you want to present yourself as someone who is timeless. Aim for pieces that you can keep wearing over time and not just things that are cute and trendy. When you buy clothes, think, is this something that I can throw a blazer on and wear to work? Is this something that I can take the blazer off and wear it to happy hour with my friend? Is this something that if I wanted to go home after happy hour and create a YouTube video, can I still wear this in my video and still be on brand? Is this something that I can wear over the next 2 years as I'm building my personal brand? A timeless look that actually feels like you makes it easier for you while you are rebranding and leveling up. It saves you money because you stop buying outfits for one moment. Instead, you invest into essentials that you can repeat, remix, or wear in different settings. This also reduces the decision fatigue because you're not standing in the mirror every day trying to figure out if you look the part. And it helps you show up consistent. You look like the woman that you're becoming everywhere you go, and that consistency builds confidence, and it also builds your personal brand because people can look at you, they can tell what you're about without you even having to introduce yourself. Your style can be soft and classy, or it can be bold and loud. Either way, it should feel like confidence and not a costume. A simple outfit that fits your body well will always look better than something that's expensive but doesn't fit. I want to encourage you to give yourself space to try new things until you find what feels like your signature look. So this can look like playing around with different colors, shapes, and textures. Some women feel best in bold prints. Some women feel best in clean neutrals. Some women like the modest look. Some women like to show a little skin. There's no right or wrong way to do this. What matters is that when you walk out the door that you feel like yourself, but just a little more elevated. If you need inspiration to help you experiment and really find your signature style, I do have a Pinterest account with multiple boards that I've created. As you can see from this board, when it comes to hair, different colors, different lengths, different textures. That's what I mean when I say experiment. And then also with style, I pretty much have my signature style, so this board is really tailored to my personal liking. But again, just really locking in on a signature look, cutting back on the need to try different looks that don't really align with this vision that I have for myself. So if you want to check out the boards, they will be linked down below in the description box. Use them as a starting point. These are not blueprints. Pull what fits you, leave what doesn't, and really take the time to build a look that feels like confidence in every room. Maybe you already have a brand and you're pivoting. Maybe you are just getting started. Either way, this is about taking your personal project and turning it into evidence. When you document what you're building, you are showing people two things at the same time: the problem you are solving and the type of woman you had to become to solve it. And this is why the parts of you that you are outgrowing are also important, because you're able to show a transformational outcome. The story that you are telling now says to the world, the people who knew you before and the people who are getting to know you, that this was me then and this is me now. So to turn your rebrand into a story, you are going to quietly document your project in real time. Capture the behind the scenes, the small wins, and the habits that you are building to stay consistent. Keep it simple. I recommend that you either write it down, as this journey can later be transformed into an ebook or a course that is authentic to you and your journey. Or if you're aiming to be a content creator, you can film yourself and turn these pieces into short form or long form content. Once you start to make progress and you start to see the results, you can then share your progress. So I don't want to put a time frame on this, but I would recommend that you wait at least 30 days to start to see the progress. But that's why I say quietly document, because you're still capturing the progress, you just aren't sharing it until it feels real. And over time, who you are becoming becomes your new story. This process of quietly documenting protects you from looking like someone who talks about change but doesn't commit to it. So you will be able to pop back out and show that you sticked with something long enough to see the results. When you take this route, the right audience will find you, new followers will connect with you, brands will see that you're serious and committed to showing up. Which brings us to our last and most important part of rebranding and leveling up. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings change. Discipline is what keeps the work moving when you're tired, when you're irritated, and when you don't feel confident. So most people don't quit because they can't do it. They quit because they stop believing in themselves. And every time you say that you're going to do something and you don't, you teach yourself that your word doesn't matter. But every time you follow through, even in the smallest way, you are teaching yourself the opposite. So your passion project makes discipline simple because it gives you one clear place to put your effort. You're not trying to fix your whole life overnight. You're showing up for the project daily. One daily action, one weekly check-in, and one next step. So when you hit one goal and you realize that you can handle more, the next level shows up with a new goal, a tighter routine, a bigger skill, a higher standard for your time. So discipline is what helps you move into the next level without falling back into the old one. And instead of starting over, you build on top of what you've already proved you can do. And if your personal brand is part of this vision, this is where your strategy becomes smarter. Because you're not just sharing opinions of what you think other people should do to overcome similar challenges. You are sharing what you have tested, what you've learned, and what has changed for you. So if you're ready to rebrand and level up, don't wait for the perfect moment. Pick the woman that you're becoming, Choose one goal that matches her and start building her like a project. Let your passion do the talking. Work it, track it, and use it to tell the new story. Be sure to subscribe so that we can keep building and leveling up and becoming the best version of ourselves together. If this video helped you, share it with a friend who may need a reset as well. And comment down below, what area are you aiming to level up in 2026? As always, there are resources listed down below to help you become the woman that you desire to be and to create a brand that matches her. Thank you again so much for watching this video. Wishing you a happy and a very successful 2026. I will catch you in my next video.